video. My name is Tierney. If you're new here, hello and welcome. And today we are going to be doing a fun video. We're going to be doing a reading vlog. I don't think I've done a reading vlog this year. I haven't done a reading vlog in a very long time. I don't know why, I just haven't, but I've been in the mood more recently because I recently just filmed my physical TBR video and I have over 400 books on my physical TBR. So I figured we're gonna start doing some reading vlogs to try and dwindle that number down. If you haven't watched that video yet, you should go watch it. It was fun to film and fun to see how many books I haven't read and what I own and what I should read. It really brought out some books that I wanted to read more now. But for this one, we are going to be reading some of my summer TBR that I said. If you don't follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I did post like my summer TBR on there. It was like just a quick little video. Here it is, right here. I'll put it like right here to show you the books that were on my summer TBR, just because they are all physical books and it'll help me dwindle down my physical TBR. And usually I feel like I make these TBRs like for summer, fall, whatever, any kind of season TBR, and then I never actually stick to it and I never actually read the books that I say I am, so this will hold me accountable for actually reading the books. I'm hoping for this video to read at least 3. Like it'll probably be, I hope like it's like a week and I get to read 3 books off of my summer TBR, so we'll see how that goes. The first one that I am going to start with is Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. I'm very excited to read this. I've heard amazing things about this. She actually followed me on TikTok, which was really cool. It was like the first big author to follow me on TikTok, and now we're like friends on TikTok, which is really cool. But I'm really excited to read it. It's beautiful sprayed edges. She's gorgeous, and it just seems really interesting. It's about this girl Scotty who just started a new job, and she's the only woman on the team, and realized she thought it was gonna be like a whole like bro dude fest, but it's actually quite the opposite because every single one of them is married. So she's trying to impress her boss by explaining that she does have a husband even though she has no husband at all, and she creates like a whole story about how they're not happy being married. And then her boss decides that a solution for her unhappy marriage is to go to this summer marriage camp, basically. So she has to find a fake husband. So fake dating, which I do love fake dating trope. I don't know why, I just do. It's like a lot of fun. Marriage of convenience, I guess you could say, because they're fake, but they're fake marrieds. I don't know if that would work, but it's also like take place in the summer, adult summer camp. I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, I don't know what other ones I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like go based off my mood and see what I'm in the mood to read after this one, off of at least my summer TBR though. It has to be from my summer TBR. We are going to get started with Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn, and I will give you like updates throughout, because you know that's how like reading vlogs work. It's been a while since I did a reading vlog, so very sorry for if I ramble or whatever. So let's get started with Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. I've ever done, but I've only read the prologue so far, and it's hitting a little close to home with the way the character is described. Hold on, wait, she's 29, I am 29. Okay, she is from upstate New York. I am from upstate New York. She dreamed of living in the city, New York City, and she went to school, I'm guessing, in New York City. It says not just my dorm room, but on the Upper East Side. And I'm like, I went to college in the city. And like sometimes I miss it, like I sometimes miss it when I go into the city randomly. I'll miss being there, and like I think it was such a good fun time in my life. I don't want to live there now, so that's like one different thing. But it was just like I lived on the Upper East Side and went to school on the Upper East Side, so it was just like a weird coincidence, I think. I was like, what? Except I'm happily married and she is divorced. So, but I just had to say that because I thought it was really interesting, and yeah. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna like relate to the character a little bit in that way, just because like, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. All right, we're just gonna keep reading and I'll update you soon. update. I am about 100 pages in, like almost 100 pages in of Till Summer Do Us Part, and it's pretty good so far. They just got to the camp and I literally had what I was gonna say in my head and I can't remember. Wow, everything just like went out of my head. I'm liking it so far. It's like a little slow, I feel like, but I'm now glad that we're at the camp and they're like doing all these activities, these like couple activities, and it's more, I feel like more like a work retreat rather than a camp, like a marriage camp, because it's all her friends from work, but they did bring their, well, not friends, all of her co-workers from work, and they brought their wives and significant others. So yeah, there's not much else to say right now. I'm enjoying the like scenery and that aspect because it's all kind of things I like. I'm kind of relating to it in that aspect because there is this place that my husband and I go to, and it's in upstate New York, and it's not like a camping retreat or like a summer camp for adults. It's just a little place to go. Oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? It's like, it's not a camp, but it's like just like a nice little scenic hotel out in the Catskills. So I'm like picturing that place, which is really cool. The one thing, I know Wilder has short hair, but for some reason I am picturing Rune Dannon from Crescent City, like all those like fan arts and everything of him with like the long hair, lip ring, beanie, hat backwards, that type of vibe. I'm like just picturing him, and I'm like, I can't picture him like that because I feel like that's throwing me off a little bit to liking Wilder, even though there's literally pictures in here of what they are supposed to look like. Like this was the last picture like of the last chapter. Oh my gosh, this was the picture at the end of the chapter that I just read, and clearly he doesn't have long hair. So I don't know why I'm thinking that he does, but I think it was as soon as he said lip ring, that's what I'm picturing, because Rune Dannon's like that emo one, kind of, or like, I don't know, that I just picture him in my head whenever that's said. But yeah, it's pretty good so far. I feel like I'm relating to Scotty a little bit, but Wilder's just kind of like on and off. I hope he's like starting to grow on me, but he'll like do things that I'm like, oh, that's really sweet that he's like considerate, but then he'll just like go off script and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So we're gonna continue and see how far I can get tonight with this, because I want to hopefully then finish tomorrow if I don't finish tonight, because I'm really tired and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Anyway, we will update you shortly over it. Expecting that. Oh my god, that's so funny. Sorry if the lighting is really bad right now. It's getting dark out and this is the only light I have on because I'm sitting on the couch reading. But holy crap. This is my first time reading Megan Quinn. I've never read her before, but I just like was not expecting their cabin to be that. And if you've read the book, you know. I was just in shock because no one said anything about that. And I was just like, okay. You definitely got my reaction. I got my reaction to like reading the first part of it and I was just like, holy crap. But I thought it was really funny. So I'm excited to see where this goes. It seems like there's a wide range of things that could happen. So it's gonna be an adventure, that's for sure. Their banter and like improvisation, because basically he's like, this is an improv, whatever, is just so good. It's so funny. I'm literally sitting here laughing out loud. It is so funny. I'm loving it. It's great. It's just like the funniest things that they're arguing about, and it's great. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time right now. I'm on page 154. I'm enjoying it. Hello. It is the next day, as you can tell. I haven't really talked this morning at all. It's now actually not morning, it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But I am, where am I now? On page like 274, I'm pretty sure. 274. So it's like that. I'm really enjoying this so far. Better than I thought. Like in the beginning I was like, and now it's getting like into it. They're at the summer camp. They're enjoying each other's company. They're winning challenges. It's great. And I actually like the fact that even though they're like faking the marriage, therapy for them is real. Like they're both going through shit and it's actually helping them overcome this baggage, which is really cool. And I like that, like, even though they just met, you have to like, you dread having to go into like the baggage and backstory in your past and everything like that. But with this, because they didn't know each other and now they're literally going to couples counseling, they're airing everything out. Okay, I went outside because I don't know, I'm still like weird about filming in front of people, even if it's my husband. I'm just like, and I freeze up. Anyway, so sorry if you hear like cars or birds or anything. You probably do because I'm outside. But as I was saying about the whole like baggage and past thing, that they don't know each other and they're literally laying it all out there. And that's like the scariest part, I feel like, about when you start a new relationship, is like talking about your past experiences. But they're just going full force talking about it. And I feel like it's making them connect more because they have to talk about it. And then they're understanding the other person and why they are the way they are earlier on than if they found out this stuff later on, if that makes sense. I don't know, I just kind of like that they are forced to talk about their feelings and their past openly right in the beginning, instead of having to like wait to have those conversations, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. Anyway, we're gonna continue reading. I think I'm gonna finish it today, and when I do, I will tell you all my thoughts and ratings and everything, because I have a feeling I will finish this today. Even though the font is like really small, I'm like reading it really fast also, which I was really nervous about at first with how small the font was, and like how many words are on a page. But it is like, you can't even see that. I'm terrible at this. It looks so small, but it's going by very fast, which is surprising. I thought it would take me a little longer to read it. But anyway, I'll probably now talk to you again when I finish, because I'm going to try and just sit and read the rest of this for the day. in a few hours, I guess. I don't know. I'm back outside though, because I finished reading the book outside. Finished Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. And it was such a great time. It was so fun. I was giggling and laughing and so giddy reading it most of the time. And I just really enjoyed the part where they actually got to like know each other. Even though they didn't know each other for that long, toward the end, they were only together for like a year. But because they had to go to this marriage camp and actually talk about their baggage and get to know each other on a deeper level, it was like okay. And usually sometimes the love at first sight kind of thing is like a bit much, but this was just very good and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a great time. This beginning was still like a little slow for me, but I think I'm gonna give this like a 4.75, like very high up there. But because it was slow in the beginning, it's not like a full 5 stars, but I loved it. It was so good. It was a good first Megan Quinn book. I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend this. Definitely on the spicier side. Not like spicier, but it's like they're like open about talking about like sex and stuff like that. So if you're not comfortable with that, that's okay. But yeah, just wanted to let you know. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And the whole like summer camp vibe thing, it was like great. And I just really liked how they talked and communicated, and how communication was very key in the whole relationship. And they started off great with communication because they learned to communicate with each other and to show each other how much they care for one another. I just really liked it. It was a very different approach, I feel like, for a book. Like I haven't read anything like this before, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, now let's see. We have some more books that I need to read off of my summer TBR. So let's look. I have to go back because I don't remember what I said. So the other ones on my list are My Magnolia Summer by Victoria Benton Frank, Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, Summer in the City by Alex Astor, The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hildebrand, and Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I don't know. That's a very tough one. I think I'm leaning towards Abby Jimenez or Christina Lauren right now. Ooh. That's a tough one. I think I'm leaning towards Christina Lauren, Love in Other Words. I know it's like one of those OG booktok books, but I just never got around to reading it. And then when I read Carly Fortune, everyone was like, oh, it's like Love in Other Words. So I didn't want to read that right after I read Every Summer After, because I didn't want to compare the two too closely, you know, like reading it one right after the other. So then I just kind of put it off for a while, but I think we're going to go that one. I think we're going to go Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I will update you if that is actually what I decide to choose or not when I go upstairs and go get the book, because I'm going to just sit outside and hang out for a little bit and enjoy the weather because it's beautiful outside. Hello. It's been a few days since we last talked, and last I said I think I finished the Megan Quinn book Till Summer Do Us Part, and that was Monday. It is now Thursday. I did not get to read the past 2 days, unfortunately, or start the next book. Work. And then I had a impromptu interview, so I didn't like have time to read, which kind of stunk. But it's Thursday, and I have today and tomorrow to read more, so I do have to pack and go shopping I have people coming over. So anyway, we're gonna pick our next book. Our next book I did pick. It is going to be Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I've had this book forever, I feel like, and I just haven't picked it up. Like I said, I think earlier, I didn't pick it up because I read Carly Fortune's Every Summer After, and people were comparing the two and saying they were very similar, so I didn't want to pick this up right after picking up Every Summer After, because I wanted to give this book a good shot of me liking it, so I didn't want it to be hindered on how I felt about Every Summer After. Our main characters are Macy and Elliot, but it does kind of do the same thing where it's told in alternating timelines. So you see them as teenagers and how they became friends, and then how they became more, and then you're in the present and you're trying to figure out what happened to the two of them and why they clearly were not together anymore and what happened. So yeah, we're gonna start this. I'm pretty excited. I need another kind of book like that, like Every Summer After, and like all of her books, because I don't know, I love them so much. So I'm hoping this will be the same way, like feel the same way as those. So we're gonna start this, and I will tell you all my thoughts throughout reading it. looks like it's only told in one POV. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's told in one POV. I don't remember if the other, like if Carly Fortune was told in multiple or not. I don't remember. Anyway. Been a few days since I picked up this book. I'm literally only read one chapter, but life got in the way, so we haven't been able to read. But I'm hoping to finish this book before Wednesday. It's currently Monday again, and because I leave to go to Nashville and I don't want to bring a physical book, but I don't want to bring any physical books. I'm going to bring my Kindle, but I don't want to bring any physical books with me. So my goal is to finish this in the next 2 days. I have like an hour before I have to go to work, so we're gonna get reading and see how much I can read in like an hour, and hopefully it's enough for me to update you. I don't really know anything because it's only been one chapter, but for some reason it's just like I haven't been wanting to just like pick it up and read. I don't know if it's because I've been like stressed with other things going on, but I came down here like 10 minutes ago to start reading, and I just scrolled on TikTok. So then I was like, nope, we're gonna open this camera, film, and hopefully read, and this will help me get to reading. So yes, literally on page 17. We're gonna continue. They just like met again in their present timeline, so now we're going into the past timeline. So we're gonna read and see what happens. I'll update you soon. Hopefully I get a decent amount through this, because it's how long? It's like 400 pages. I didn't realize it was that long, but it's kind of like it's going like the pacing, the writing seems like it's quick for me to read, so we'll see. This is literally like 19 pages in, so it's not really a spoiler, but her dad, they're like trying to find like the lake house, and her dad said, "Did you see the closet in there, Mace? I thought we could make it into a library for you." My literal dream. Wow, love that. I just had to say that because I love that. since the last clips you saw, it's been about a week and a half. But since I started reading Love in Other Words, it's been about a month. It took me a month to read that book. Life got in the way. I did not mean for that to happen. It just happened. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna talk about it now. Finished Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, and I did enjoy it. This follows Macy and Elliot, and it's in a dual timeline. So it talks about the past and how they became, and you get to see how Macy and Elliot became friends to more and all that stuff, and then you finally eventually see what happened to the both of them. And then it's about the present where Macy runs into Elliot randomly in a coffee shop because she just, I guess, moved back to San Francisco. Then you see kind of what happens throughout that. I gave it a 4.5, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think it would be more of like a 4.25 or even just a 4 in my opinion. I loved all of the past chapters and seeing Macy and Elliot and how they met and how they became friends and what happened. Like, I just loved seeing that aspect of the two of them and how compatible and how just like great they were together back then. They both needed each other back then, and seeing how their friendship blossomed throughout the years. I'm pretty sure they met when they were like 13, 14. The present chapters were like, okay, this might be a spoiler, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's like said within like one of the first present chapters. But anyway, spoiler warning if it is a spoiler for you and you don't want to know what happens or what's going on. But I hated the Sean engagement subplot. Like, I just literally hated it. I felt like it was so pointless to have. And the fact that it was within 2 months of like dating or seeing each other, that was just so dumb in my opinion. They could have totally done something else. They could have just been dating. I feel like the whole like it was an engagement was like pointless. Like, I hated it. It was just, I hated that. Anyway, and also in the present chapters, I hated how much of a miscommunication there was between Macy and Elliot the entire time. It was so frustrating. I hate the miscommunication trope, and I just feel like it was just like there was no reason for it to be like that and to have it so miscommunicated, like what happened. It just bugged me. I hated that because I felt like there was so much that wasn't being said throughout the entire book that if they just said it, it would have been better and they would have been happy. And I don't know, I hated that whole thing. It is like Every Summer After, and I feel like if I read this before Every Summer After, I would have liked it a lot more than I did. I mean, I still really liked it. I still gave it a very high rating, but I think it would have been maybe a fuller 5-star read if I had read this first and then Every Summer After. I don't know, but I did enjoy it. I'm going to keep reading Christina Lauren. I did like their writing style, and I'm excited to read more from both of them. So yeah, that was that one. Currently when I'm filming this, it is September 4th. It's the burr months now, so I'm kind of getting into the fall mood. I'm not really in the summer mood anymore, so that's gonna be the last book for this vlog. I thought I was gonna read 3, but life got in the way, so I only read 2, but that's okay because it still was a lot, and it did get books off of my physical TBR, which I needed to do. So yeah, I think it was great though. I want to do more reading vlogs. They're a lot of fun. Obviously, it was not within a week. It would not be a normal Tierney reading vlog if it was actually what I said it was going to be in the timeline it was supposed to be, but that's okay. I want to keep doing these though to try and dwindle down my physical TBR because that will help so much. That is going to be it for this summer books reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below for more fun book videos coming soon. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!